come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
Welcome back to Ready, Set, Geek. Again, live from Century 3 Mall, New Dimension Comics in Pittsburgh, PA. On to Creative Control Round 1, but I can't possibly do this by myself, no matter how awesome I may be. So, introducing the yin to my yang, the bender to my fry, the disposable companion to my doctor. Wow. One Mr. Anthony Colwell.
Yay, Anthony!
Thank you, JC.
I didn't know the number 2 spot could be so handsome.
Thank you. I see they got the two people who didn't pay enough to win this show yet here today to host.
They wanted to lend an air of class and credibility and, let's be frank, watchability.
Yeah.
To the
a fabulous goatee.
You know, I took my inspiration from every viewing of Clerks I've ever watched. Then I looked at Chris and said, I want that, but, you know, handsome.
Yeah, I agree. The chest hair isn't doing it for him either.
No?
I'm not liking it.
The deep V over the purple,
Yeah.
not really digging it.
Yeah, you better button up, sweetheart.
I can't help my manliness.
But Anthony's not just here to be a pretty face. He's also here to be my resident timekeeper, my fact checker, the man to chime in whenever you're full of it, the master of the well actually who will actually use it.
Well, actually, Chris.
You okay?
It sounds weird hearing somebody else say
I know.
it.
I
just like-
I
might
don't,
need
I don't like it either.
counseling.
It sounds weird hearing anyone say it.
Snap.
Well, I don't know.
The runaway catchphase.
Well,
of Ready,
actually,
Set, Geek.
JC, he did say it like twice.
During introductions, correct. So anyways, on to creative control, how this is going to work. Bill took the first round, so he will get the choice of the question. Once he chooses it, you will each state your answer. At that point, you will have 1 minute to state your case, followed by a 90-second rebuttal for everyone else's argument. Point out all the holes. And then 30 seconds to wrap it all up. So, your choices, Bill, are 1. Bondless love. 2. A bad company. And 3. Let's get animated.
I'm going to pick Bad Company. Is that good?
That's stellar.
All right, thanks.
Bad Company from the band Bad Company. Oddly enough, off the album Bad Company.
Weird.
Funny how that works.
Delightful people, though.
Bad Company. Conceptually, all you have to do on this, as I teach my co-host how to run the timer,
I know how to do it. I just wanted to test you.
think in all of franchises on television, comics, movies, which fictional corporation was in fact the most evil?
The Acme Company from Looney Tunes.
Interesting answer. I dig the lead off. Chris.
The Law Office of Wolfram and Hart from Buffy and Angel.
Very predictable. And Sam.
I'm gonna go with Hydra
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
from Marvel. Sorry.
And Bill, your 1 minute starts now.
So the Acme Company, everyone knows from mostly from the days of the Looney Tunes with Wile E. Coyote trying to chase down that hard-to-capture Roadrunner. The reason I say that they're an evil company is that a lot of the devices and things that they make are strictly to capture innocent creatures. There's anvils, hammers, things that fall from the sky, things that catapult people to and from different places. They even have holes that you can lay in the ground that someone will fall into. They really don't do anything that's productive to help good, caring people in the Looney Tunes universe. It's mostly about trying to capture things or shoot things or somehow maim or injure someone in a fashion that allows you to really do some damage. But of course, it's Looney Tunes and it's funny and silly, and you don't really think about, oh, the Acme Company, of course they make the dynamite, of course they make the anvils, of course they make the hammers. So, in terms of evil corporation, they're making money.
That's it. That's time.
All right.
All right, Chris. Tell us about the Wolfman.
Terrible. Wolfram and Hart is a law office that is introduced in Angel, the spinoff of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They are an evil law firm run by senior partners that are elder demons that have been going about since the beginning of time. What they do is facilitate, through offices all over the world, the growth of other evil corporations. So, any of the paperwork that needs to be done, any of the lawyering that needs to be done, any of the patents that need to be done, are done through this corporation. They facilitate the evil that must be done. So, when you have to have all of that taken care of, who do you go to? You're going to have to find a lawyer. Are you going to sit there and try to hide all of your different stuff and what you're doing and faulty products to kill animals, or Dr. Robotnik, or whichever one you're picking? No, you're going to go to this company, and they're going to tell you straight up, we don't care what it's for. Is it evil? Cool. Here's what the price is. Awesome. Take 3 souls. Paid up. Good. That's your law office.
That's time.
Good start. And Sarah, what do we got?
Most people know Hydra. I'm going to go on a limb here and say most people know Hydra from Marvel's MCU. Hydra began in World War II as a byproduct of the Nazi military. Not cartoons, not soul things. But they were responsible for orchestrating countless assassinations, espionage, overtaking governments, infiltrating other corporations, and basically profiting off, basically creating a profit for their end goal of removing free will from the human race. Because they believe peace will happen when no one has free will, but conveniently, they still get to have that even though everyone else loses it. So,
Kind of like working on this show.
Yeah, right?
hey. They basically use the superpowers and technology that exists in the world, even though it's in a much more accelerated timeline. Okay.
Hail Hydra. All right, you now have 90 seconds apiece to rebut everyone else's arguments. Then I'm going to giggle because I said rebut.
Because of butts.
So, Bill, tell us why Acme is more evil than the Nazis at Hydra and the horned people at Wolfman and Farts.
So Acme is more evil because, flat out, they profit from weapons manufacturing. They're a war profiteer company.
Oh, all right.
And when it all comes down to it, that's how they make money. You order dynamite and things to kill people and maim and injure and severely hurt other living creatures. As far as the law firm, what the argument that I heard there was basically that they're evil because they do the paperwork for other evil companies. I mean, when it all comes down to it, there's slimy lawyers and greaseball accountants everywhere in the world. But, because they're demons, they're more evil. They're just the people that put the paperwork together. How can they be an evil corporation that's out to ruin the world if all they're doing is putting together paperwork for other evil corporations? As far as Hydra is concerned, Hydra, again, is more of an organization than they are a big power player or a big power broker. Acme is an actual corporation that makes direct profits from the selling of weapons and things to harm people. The lawyers of Wolfman and Farts put the paperwork together, and that's all that they do. They facilitate things. They walk into a room in a suit, sign here, sign here. You guys go do evil stuff, and we'll take 10% off the top. How much time do I have left?
4 seconds.
And Hydra, she
that's
said,
it.
not cartoons.
All right, Chris.
Well,
this is
actually,
going to be tough. You're going to have 90 seconds to explain why actual demons from hell are more evil than Bugs Bunny's friends and comic book villains.
Well, the nice thing is the demons from hell are actually the senior partners, so they don't actually do too much. What they do is they outsource everything to regular accountants, regular lawyers, and they've got branches, again, all over the globe and interdimensionally. So, Bill, you work in finance. You work in getting people loans. You do all of these things. There needs to be a person to be able to say to Acme, you've got a patent for that? Cool, here's your patent. You need the paperwork to be able to start up this company? Cool, here you go. Wait, what are you going to do? You're going to war profiteer? Excellent. Right on. Here, good for you. We're going to get a little off the top, and we're going to take some of the souls of the people that you kill. Also, they're inventing, how could it be war profiteering when the universal rules, where nobody actually ever gets hurt from more than momentary lapses of pain? Hydra. I want to hear one instance where Hydra succeeded. One. Not in like a singular thing. Every plan they've ever had since the inception fails. They've had more inept leadership. They've had more governments not being overthrown, being stopped almost single-handedly by one guy. There's changes in powers consistently. The Red Skull is more of a supremacist, and there's like 6 offshoots that all fail, and according to that too. Like you're the biggest thing that you want to pull is Winter Soldier. They failed. They got nothing done. They spent 60 years trying to, we've got S.H.I.E.L.D. Shit. Well, that didn't work because of one guy and not being able to keep your secret agent.
He also has a shield.
He is also America.
He has a rank.
He's a commissioned officer, sir. All right, Sarah, tell us why, literally, the most evil people in the history of humanity, the Nazis, are more evil.
Actually,
Can we not get political on this show? Because I feel like we're bashing Nazis a lot.
we really shouldn't bash
We
anyone.
shouldn't be
Nazis.
bashing Nazis. They have
So
feelings.
you don't want to bash Nazis? Is that what you're saying? I'm just
I
this
just
guy over
stepped
here.
into a weird time hole.
Yeah.
It's called the 40s.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
You're
All
not
right.
allowed to speak.
Hey,
It's the 40s.
stop. My time.
Yeah, way to
So,
blow my intro, too,
in-
Dick.
In response to you, Chris, as an example where Hydra actually succeeded, I'm going to make Tony Stark cry. They assassinated his parents. They got rid of them. The whole Winter Soldier, Hydra, everything, they organized and got rid of his parents. They even said that in the Winter Soldier movie that you said where they were a huge failure in. Just because there was a source of extreme good to counteract their evil doesn't mean that they are not evil.
No.
And to you, Bill, what I say is Acme's Rubber Chicken Company is basically what they are, because they're joke products for indestructible cartoon beings. If I was to attract like one of those little like shocking wrist rings to a cat, I'd probably do the cat more damage than I would to like any other human being if I was to shake their hand. It's a matter of degrees and what people are used to. The joke's only funny in extremes because these are extreme beings who are able to do so much. So I would argue against Acme being a wholly evil corporation based on what they make, when the holes people fall into, the catapults, the everything, the bombs are all basically the equivalent of a rubber chicken to immortal 2D beings. That's my rebuttals to both of those arguments.
Well, that's time.
That could possibly be the only time that Wile E. Coyote was referred to as a supreme being.
He
And you know what? You're not wrong.
You've never seen him in a Craigslist ad.
All right, so for the last 30 seconds, we got to come up with something to ask, right? Do you have any specific things you'd like to ask?
I want to hear each supposed evil company's single greatest success.
If you have time after that, I'd like to know why I'd like you to open that again. I'd like to know why
Heyo.
all of Acme's products don't work on Coyote, or don't work on Roadrunner and backfire on Coyote if they're evil.
And why is he so damn loyal to them in that sense?
And I would also like to hear what evil directly Wolfram and Hart has done. And
Bill,
I don't got one for Hydra.
go.
Okay.
Couple of things before we get to your topics. For the law firm thing, who's more evil, Al Capone or his lawyer? Pablo Escobar or his lawyer? The lawyer argument's terrible. You talk about Hydra being, they're just cartoons. They're comic books. They're still fictional things created by people. As far as your argument is concerned, why did the products always break? That's what makes them evil, is because they know their products are going to fail, and they still keep selling to the schmuck because all they want to do is profiteer from him.
That's it. That's 30 seconds. I've also never heard the coyote described as a schmuck, which is pretty great.
Hopefully, one of our 20 viewers is Jewish.
We good? Ready for me?
And you should know exactly what 30 seconds feels like. Go.
You done? We specifically create apocalypses for profit. I don't care about Al Capone and Pablo Escobar and those guys. Those are small fish. We're talking about corporations. LexCorp needs to get started. Umbrella needs to get started. All of these companies need to get started. They're the people that you're going to get it. They're going to give you the property. They're going to give you the means. They're going to make it legal for them to be able to do these things in our world. You want Trump University? Where are you going to go? Wolfram and Hart. Hydra? Who cares about Tony Stark's parents? What did that serve outside of a 30-year plan to piss off a superhero that they didn't know was going to happen?
Time.
All right. 30 seconds to dismantle the house of cards that these two gentlemen have precariously assembled. And go.
Okay. As far as eliminating Howard Stark, that is a whole brain trust of a wealth of knowledge that they eliminated that could have counteracted anything that Hydra would have done. Hydra's greatest success is their resiliency. Cut off one head, two shall rise in its place. And the fact that they are still around, despite the fact that you have Captain America, despite the fact that you have all these heroes, despite the fact that you have people actively gunning for them, you still can't get rid of them. They're rooted in organizations.
Some pretty solid points here. You know, initially I wasn't feeling the Acme argument. It's like, this is garbage. You know, it's a cartoon company that never really actually succeeded in hurting anyone. He had some solid points there. I'd never heard Acme referred to as a bunch of war profiteers before. So that was very Alex Jones of you, and I appreciated it. The law firm, at first I was like, another Joss Whedon fanboy tangent, but there's a solid point being made in being the power broker, the guy behind the guy behind the guy of every single act of evil in the history of ever. Hydra is Nazis, so they're Nazis.
I thought I liked the resiliency point that Sarah made at the end about Hydra always coming back regardless of how many times they fail. That doesn't necessarily have to do with how evil they are, but it does show, evil is persistent.
They just got some gumption. They got a lot of gusto. They're scrappy little Nazis.
Yeah. I like the Wolfram and Hart's a good choice in general. Being a fan of the show myself, but just based off what Chris said, I do like that they basically fund all of the other people that want to do evil things, including LexCorp and Umbrella, and they don't help the good guys. They're just out to profit off of evil, and demons are always evil, and they killed my favorite character in the final episode, and I knew it was going to happen, and fuck them.
Spoilers.
The Acme one just came out of nowhere. You don't know who my favorite character is. The Acme one just came out of nowhere, and I really liked it. I thought he had a good answer for my concern. So I think all of these are pretty good.
You lean in any particular direction?
Well, Sarah's my wife.
What?
So
Collusion!
That's
So,
never
I'm
stopped
gonna
you
have
from
to
disagreeing
lose.
before.
I'm going to have to lean towards the other not Chris choice.
The other not Chris choice.
So no.
Well, because I get absolutely no gain out of the success of your sex life, I think I'm going to actually, despite my best judgment, give the point to Chris. Mainly because he played to his audience. He knew
Pandering works, baby!
he made fun of Trump University and he referenced a video game company as being funded. I give him the point. So that means in round 2 of Creative Control, Chris will take the board and we'll be right back with that.